It's time to find out who advances onto the round of 16 in second place. It's either going to be BlinG or MaNA in the rematch here in Group B.
And if you didn't watch the games earlier, if you've now just tuned in, they were quite one-sided. In Game 1, MaNA attempted a cannon rush, which was easily dealt with and easily countered. In Game number 2, oh my gosh. Gin and water, mate.
That's why I don't drink it. It's bubbly.
In Game number 2 was a more longer game, but BlinG just looked better.
Yes, he did. He did. So BlinG, we've seen throughout this group, he's done so well. Even the loss that he had against Snoot,
Oh, yeah.
He looked great. He looked great in that second map. Maybe not so much in the third one.
Do you think it's going to be as easy, or is it over?
I don't think it's going to be as easy.
I think 2-0.
You think 2-0 towards BlinG?
Again. The difference in the quality of the games we've seen from both of them, 2-0.
All right. I'm going to go...
You think different to me again? Again?
I think, okay, I'll go 2. I think it'll be closer, but I think BlinG goes through. There you go. I'll go 2-1.
Okay, good choice.
All right. So I'm not entirely disagreeing with you this time.
BlinG just looks as the player who is meant to be second.
Yes, I would say that's a solid statement, yeah. He looked good against MaNA. He looked good against Snoot. And now this is arguably his series to lose here against MaNA, who had a shaky PvP against his previous opponent, and against BlinG didn't do so well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what MaNA would need to do to beat BlinG, because BlinG doesn't really gamble. He plays quite solid in this matchup and overall as a player. I don't know what MaNA would do. Is he going to try and gamble himself?
Well, I mean, it's Frost is our first map, right? And this is the map where we saw BlinG go straight to Sentry, straight to Expand against MaNA. So,
I guess we'll have to find out who's going to go through in second place. This was kind of the story of the group. Which Protoss is it going to be?
All right, let's get into it. Spawning up to the top left-hand corner, we have our blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is MaNA. And down to the bottom right-hand corner, our red Protoss representing Dignitas. It's BlinG.
I love German water, man.
Yeah.
I do, actually.
I don't. No offense, Germans, of course, but I'm just like, natural water is good for me.
I actually drink a lot of sparkling water now when I go back to. Whenever I go out at home.
Do they think it's weird?
No, I mean, it's not weird. If you go to a restaurant and say, can I have sparkling water? They're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And they just get it for you. Like, it's not really weird. It's weird if you drink it at home.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're like,
my dad drinks it at home, though. Like,
just get out the tap, you idiot. Like, yeah.
Yeah. My dad drinks it at home as well, though, so I can understand why, you know, that's sparkling water was okay. Oh, well. We had
like sparkling water. There's I remember I used to have in Sweden a little machine that makes sparkling water.
Like a Schweppes machine?
Like a capsule thing. I don't know what it's called. A soda machine? Is that what it's
soda
called?
machine?
I don't know
they
what
have
it was.
Schweppes in those?
Yeah, probably.
I think.
But I remember it. It was just like a little capsule, and you just kind of put it in this machine, and then you press the button, and it went.
Like, and then it's bubbly.
And then it was bubbly.
Wow.
It was nice.
That noise makes it bubbly sick.
Yeah. All right. 13 gateway from both. Gas is similar from both. Scout much faster here for MaNA, or probe out in the open much faster for MaNA. We've got to be careful with the term scout, because last time that happened, it was proxy from both sides, actually, MaNA and Kerr. But both players are very similar. BlinG looking inside his main a little bit more. The pylon down to the bottom left can be used to throw down tech. Also is used to scout if there was a unit incoming from the bottom left.
And from here on out, MaNA, I'm curious to see what he's actually going to do with all of this. What he's throwing the pylon down up to the top right of his base as well. So both players, they have the opportunity also to just throw down the tech there, which is a very, very common thing if you're seeing Stargates, for example. So good to see that.
Very similar gas banked so far. I think that you end with about 230 gas, I think, when the Cybernetics core completes, which gives you a lot of options to choose from with that high amount of gas.
Yeah.
You can have the most expensive tech choice, which is the Stargate at 150, and a Stalker, Warp Gate, or Mothership Core. So you do have a lot of options. So Stalker and Warp Gate is the first two things that BlinG throws into. All three, both players going for all three initial units. So the tech choice isn't going to be rushed out. It's more so that they want to get units out prior to deflect the probe, then to throw it down, rather than rush it out no matter what.
And BlinG is going to send his probe over in the direction of his opponent's base. But if the Mothership Core control is good here from MaNA, oh, he's actually going to send it on an aggressive route around the map. So it's not going to be there to deny anything. But the Stalker's there as well.
Both Twilight cancels from both players here. Difference being that BlinG went for a second Stalker, which is a little bit more risky than the Sentry.
Is he kidding me?
No, you got to be joking.
Is he kidding
MaNA
me?
has the worst luck today.
Is he kidding? Oh.
When it comes to probes going inside, and BlinG has a massive opportunity, if he spots this, to go Dark Templar.
Yeah.
If he spots this.
Gets in, has a look around, tries to block the Twilight Council off, but sees it. Oh, geez. And actually, he does follow this up with BlinG, but there was that.
There is the chance. But with a good safety build from MaNA that is like a BlinG expand, he would have got a robotics facility. So it is risky. It is an opportunity, but whatever. BlinG gets the advantage in this game because he knows what he's playing against where MaNA doesn't. I remember that MaNA got a Sentry for a Hallucinate Phoenix or Force Field in case of what BlinG was doing. So in every aspect so far, Bling's winning.
Yep. Now he's looking to take complete control of this map. The Stalker's already moving out to find something down this bottom left-hand side as well through the middle. A probe sneaking out for MaNA, though, on this right-hand side, and it's not really going to be spotted. That pylon is not going to be spotted anytime soon. So we'll see what we can do with that.
This looks like it could be a good game. They're very similar in every. I mean, when it comes to the production, BlinG is in the lead in this game, but they are very similar to the way that they're set up. They both should be looking to expand.
Like, no one has the ability to really do a whole lot at the beginning, right? When they are this level pegging.
If either of them decide to attack, they would most likely lose in the attack because the other player has what he has.
Yeah.
And if not, a Nexus up with an expansion. MaNA now has to use that Sentry to find out what's going on. There's Hallucinated Phoenix. BlinG could deny it. He knows it's going. He does have Stalkers at home.
There's some interesting proxy pylons around the map as well here for MaNA already. So maybe we'll see utilization of those. But the thing is the probe's next to this pylon still, so he could even throw a Stargate down up here if he wanted to.
That would be wild.
It would be crazy, yeah.
Incredibly wild. 3 more Stalkers from MaNA. He's going to try and attack.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is risky because the Nexus, once completed, obviously is going to give him Photon Overcharge, and 2 of them.
Yep.
There's a massive Stalker difference, but BlinG still has the option to build more Stalkers and has an Immortal on the way.
Okay, the probe's moved away.
The Mothership Core!
Oh, no.
This is huge! This is huge!
Oh, BlinG.
No. Way out of position. Massive blow. And this game just got flipped upside down.
Yep.
MaNA now, that has to be cancelled. BlinG has to play upside the ramp. If he tries to hold this on, that is one brave guy.
Yeah, he's going to try. 3 sentries here to hold on against it, but
he really doesn't want to have that cancelled. Because for all he knows, there's already a Nexus almost completed on the other side of the map.
Uh-oh, that's getting very close to falling. The one Immortal tries to come out. Here's the Guardian Shield.
I would go for the Nexus, go for the Nexus, go for the Nexus, go for the Nexus, and get out.
He's going to try the blink on top of it, but he gets it and gets right on out there. Resources lost.
Big win. Really nice win.
Sick.
Yeah, really good. And all through losing the Mothership Core.
Yeah. I don't know why it was that far out.
Yeah.
I guess anticipating something, but what?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Maybe like a probe scout coming to see if there was a Nexus, but MaNA, well, we said he got quite unlucky in some of these PvPs, but he certainly got lucky there.
Yeah, that was a nice one. And now if you look at things, it's MaNA who's got more Stalkers, is going to have an Immortal out now like BlinG has, is going to have an expansion which will be defended because his Mothership Core isn't out of position, and starts the Forge. So the scales have turned, and even picking off an extra Stalker there, hiding in the dark, was able to get one there.
Could have got a second there if it had blinked forwards and then just ran backwards, but doesn't want to risk it because he doesn't know exactly what's going to be behind all of that. Unit count's 32 to 31 in terms of the probes, and MaNA's just cranking out those Immortals for now.
Yeah, cranky crank. But very similar positions for both of them, but they're in the middle of the map here, which is can be dangerous for either side.
I think with the sentries, you might want to try and like force field off the natural, but it's not going to work. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's very courageous of him.
And he's losing more.
He's losing more. He's down a Forge. He's warping in more Stalkers aggressively. But this time, unless something really weirdly happens to MaNA, he should be more than fine.
Yeah.
He's got the Photon Overcharge, 2 of them, 2 Immortals. This is something which BlinG can't hope to break.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. The force fields are somehow going to have the most amazing positioning. Again, you see this so commonly on this map because it only takes one force field between the Nexus and the
BlinG is
ramp.
trying the blink inside the main, though, to distract his opponent, which can work out well, which means he wouldn't need to commit out the front, but he can do a lot of probe damage.
Could do. How many did he get so far? There's an Immortal that popped out right there. MaNA isn't controlling it properly. He gets focused down by these Stalkers, but does not get brought down in the end.
And BlinG may lose an Immortal in the middle of the map.
Oh.
Yes, he shall.
It's a sad little sight to see, and there you go.
Yeah,
Ugh, GG.
All because of the Mothership Core. That
Yep.
was the Mothership Core, unfortunately. And MaNA takes map number 1 here. So MaNA now has won 3 maps in a row, which is quite impressive for him to turn things around after losing 3 in a row. And he's now beaten BlinG for the first time today after losing the initial series 0-2. So now everything on the line for BlinG. Round of 16 last season. Good performances.
Got to tighten those bolts. Got to really hunker down here and make sure those little things don't slip through the cracks, because it was as simple as, oh, my Mothership Core's dead? Right, I'm going to lose a lot here. As
much as one player is favored over the other, a mistake like that just changes everything. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, that is a crucial mistake you cannot make. So going into this next map, Overgrowth, BlinG now being put in a position which he isn't really used to being put into, because he usually, I think in last season he advanced in first place over Stardust and Happy with 2 wins in a row. So he hasn't been in this position for a while. And MaNA looking to jump at an opportunity to find himself back in the round of 16. And we haven't seen him in a long time. I think the end of season 2 we saw him finish in the round of 16. So it's been, and that was last year. So it's been a good couple of seasons since we've seen him here in Germany. Yeah, back before he was even on Team Liquid, when he joined after that with Bunny as well, in tandem with one another. So MaNA now, if he's able to get back into the round of 16, come a long way from joining Team Liquid and then moving on forwards through that. 2 different Protoss players, one more of a new age, which is BlinG, and he really is a very talented guy. And as mentioned at the start of the show, is improving every single season. Is looking, I mean, if you look at his run throughout the WCS BlinG, he was first in Challenger Qualifier, he was in Challenger, then he was in Premier in the round of 32, went out in the round of 32, then he was in the round of 16 last season, and this is his 3rd time in Premier, and of course would be looking to improve on another level and another step forward, which of course would be the round of 8. It is a tough order, and a Polish player stands in his way. Spawning up to the top right-hand corner, we have the Brit in red. It is Dignitas BlinG. And then the Pole himself down to the bottom left-hand corner as our blue Protoss. It is Liquid's MaNA. And regardless of what we see taken away from this so far, BlinG has still shown us by far the best game of the day with BlinG versus Snook game number 2. That was, if you've only just tuned in now, guys, make sure to catch the VODs, because that one was utterly fantastic. And they will be up on the ESL YouTube ASAP. So do keep that in mind. MaNA has a lot to prove today, though. A lot to prove, especially because on paper, I've said this for a long time, actually, and MaNA will back this up, and a lot of other people may, a long time ago, will remember this as well, is coming into 2012, so we're talking 2011 December, I said, next year, MaNA will win a tournament. Mark this. He will win a tournament. Yep. What did he do? He went and won a tournament. He won a couple. Yeah, did well. He won ESWC and DreamHack Summer. So, and I knew that because how can you play StarCraft since the age of 13? StarCraft it's MaNA. It's him. Like anything that you've done from that early of an age and played competitively, it's a part of your life. Like, that is huge. To think that MaNA has played StarCraft competitively for more than 1/3 of his life is massive. Over 33% of his life has been playing competitively StarCraft. For him not to be a champion is mind-blowing. He is 20 years old. He's played for 7 years already. He should be a winner and a multiple-time winner. Not just 1 year, multiple years.
It's true, and we could see that resurgence back to form if MaNA, you know, is able to get past this hurdle and continue on strongly. It's something that you never. It's like the Nurtio factor, right? Back from Group A, you can never really count Nurtio out. You can never really count MaNA out. Anytime you can just bust out great performances.
And Team Liquid fully believe in what I just said as well. That is why he's playing for them. He joined them during a slump per se because he hasn't performed in a long time, and he wants to pay them back for them believing in him. He wants to give that back to them. But we do already see the first kind of mind game or move in this match, which is BlinG putting the pylon on the natural, is telling MaNA that there is a pylon and potentially a Stargate on the other side of the map to threaten his mineral line. So this is a nice move. Whether MaNA falls for this trick or not is a different story. But BlinG with the sentry being built seems to be aiming towards an expansion play. Would make sense since he's got a pylon down there anyway. And MaNA, you know, had a look around inside the main base, didn't really see anything. So, you know, he must be a little bit worried. And if you can put your opponent in a worried state, which means he's going to be overly more defensive while you expand yourself, it's a really good position to be in.
Yeah. I mean, where is this probe going, for example? It's looking for something. There's no... I mean...
the mothership core is looking up to the top left here.
Yeah. I mean, alternatively, you could say that that probe is sitting around to actually go for a later scout, but more so than not, he is in a defensive posture right now. There's no two ways about it.
He could turn this aggressive with a third gateway, with two extra stalkers coming in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, definitely would have worried him, but also BlinG is known for doing things like this. So it doesn't look like he's two-phased. Chrono Boost going into the Cyber Core. But I do like the Nexus here with the position that he's playing against, which is 3 gateways. Because he will have a photon overcharge if he doesn't mess up with his Mothership Core again. And you can hang on long enough to get out enough units of yourself, usually.
There's the pylon on the left-hand side here. MaNA, having established this 1-0 lead, might just, you know, fall back on a very MC-style-esque 3-gateway pressure and just try and go for the win in an easy win, effectively, if he's able to find the right spot.
Even if he breaks the natural, it's not that bad. I mean, he can lose the natural, but still have a Twilight Council and BlinG on the way and have an advantage in that regard. BlinG now knows what's going on. He knows it's going to be pressure build, but look, the Nexus isn't ready. He needs a force field, and he actually traps a Stalker, which is kind of nice, but he's got to be careful of his own units. Mothership Core comes in to help. Nexus almost done, and he does save the Stalker with killing one off. One sentry goes down, the Nexus is done, but where does he photon overcharge?
All importantly, that was the sentry that had the energy for the force field that died off. So the one that
now BlinG's in trouble because he wasn't meant to have his natural his ramp broken like this. He needs to buy on. Notice how he hasn't used photon overcharge yet until he has to, because he may be able to buy enough time to have 2. And he also needs more time to get BlinG. With BlinG, he's okay. Without it, he's in trouble.
Killing these 2 pylons, though. One falls. He does not want the second one to die, because if it does, that's 2 gateways underpowered. Oh,
nice. Time warp.
Gets 1 Stalker. Will he be able to get a second one? He doesn't care about that photon overcharge for a second. Loses 1 Stalker. The probes come off the line.
BlinG's in trouble. BlinG is in trouble. Alarm bells are ringing. MaNA is capitalizing on everything right now. BlinG needs BlinG. But even if he gets BlinG, will he have enough units out?
12 against 5.
He's gonna have to use probes. He's gonna have to use probes.
Oh, don't yield the high ground so easily there, MaNA. There is a force field.
He's gonna have to use probes to help out, no doubt. BlinG is excellent in this regard, but it's still 25 seconds away. Photon overcharge is down in roughly 10, 15. About that, I wasn't watching. About 10 seconds from now. It's gone.
If he can get that pylon on those gateways, if he can just get that, then he limits so much production, and there's no way to compete against that. No, it's do or die now, BlinG.
Probes have to come off. He needs to be fighting with probes here.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not already.
That's why MaNA walked in the Zealots, right? So that he could actually tank up that a little bit where he could. Unit counts 12 Stalkers against 6, and right now BlinG is reeling.
He's in trouble. He's in big, big trouble. And MaNA finally may be able to break back into Premier League.
Wow, but with that, BlinG might end up being knocked out, and after doing so well,
overcharge, though.
That's a good buy time. Oh, BlinG forwards to get a Stalker there that was weak, but he loses 1 for the price of it.
He's still got a good probe count. He's turning his gateways back on, and he does have BlinG. He's got 2 Nexus, which means he's got a lot of Chrono Boost available to spend on these gateways. It's not over yet for the Englishman.
Despite not pulling those probes, it's still an all-right defense. He's just got to continue on.
He's got another good 40 seconds on him with the photon overcharge, which will buy him more time to get more Stalkers out. When trying to bait these units into... Oh, loses a Stalker. You should not be losing Stalkers with BlinG.
11 to 5 here. That pylon is actually
another one. He's just lost 2 stalkers in a row.
That pylon for MaNA is actually creating a little bit of a weird choke there in between that. But now the Photon Overcharge is down. MaNA is going to seize the opportunity. No Photon Overcharge for a long, long time. He's looking to hunt down the Mothership core and maybe getting a few probes here. Time Warp in this mineral line makes it all the harder to really deal with. The Mothership core goes down. No more Photon Overcharge is going to be available to him for any period in this game as more and more stalkers fall, even with BlinG on his side. Unit counts 8 to 7. He's evening it up, but he's lost so many probes.
Yeah, he's lost probes. He's half supply. Gratz is called. GG. Well played from both players. MaNA finds himself back in Premier League. Back to the round of 16. Keeps Premier League this season and maintains it for next. Unfortunately for BlinG, he falls down to Challenger and will have to face off in Challenger next season to get back in Premier. But all eyes on the man from Poland, finally getting back to the Premier League.
Congratulations to him there in second spot in Group B. As that's a big step for MaNA, a big, big step to solidify his spot as he's joined Team Liquid now, looking back to go for that rise where a lot of people see MaNA and they say, hey, he's a champion. He's a previous champion. Where are his results? And this is a good step towards them.
And now that means we have 2 Team Liquid players that make it through in first and second. A great day for them. As Snoot in first, MaNA in second. And, well, I'm interested to see and follow MaNA's rest of the tournament now, because he's broken through what seemed to be a difficult part over the last few seasons. First of all, getting into Premier, and now staying. 2 seasons in a row, he'll be here.
They didn't even have to team kill. So
no, not today.
For now, guys, we are going to go to a break. And then when we're back, don't go anywhere, because we have words from the man himself advancing on, Mr. Liquid MaNA. It's a Team Liquid clean sweep here in Group B as MaNA and Snoot advance on, and we have the first of those, or second placed in Group B, on the line with us now. It is Liquid MaNA. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I don't think it was a clean sweep by me at least, but yeah, welcome. Nice to have you. Nice to be here.
Well, you made it through, and that's what matters in the end. But, okay, so going into this group, MaNA, and approaching it, obviously Snoot being in the mix kind of is a very, very scary thing to go up against as well. But how did you approach the group? Did you think that Snoot was just always going to go through in first place and you were preparing for the Protoss? How did you approach it?
When I first saw the group, I was happy and unhappy at the same time. Happy because I think the level of the group was kind of equal, so I had a pretty good chance of advancing. But unhappy because it was a PvP, and PvP may be very, very tricky. And we could see in the series with me that it was unlucky a couple of times, or there's just bad play by me. But overall, I felt okay. I practiced with a couple of people, and I think it worked out kind of okay.
All right, my turn. Hello, MaNA.
Hello, Sean.
Congratulations.
I'm really afraid of what you're going to ask, man.
Yeah? You ready?
Yeah, go. My mother is actually calling me, you know?
Okay, you can put her on the show if she speaks English.
No, she does. She's calling me. I don't think
Okay,
she will.
you can answer it if you want to say, hold on a second, Mom.
It's going to be very awkward.
Just say,
mom
it's
is
fine,
going
just fine, just answer it,
sure.
say,
Okay.
hold on.
It will be all in Polish, though.
That's okay, that's fine, man. Just say,
Hello?
We can wait.
No, cześć. Dziękujemy. Ja dziękuję bardzo. Mamo, właśnie jestem podczas wywiadu i jesteś teraz na głównej wizji.
Importance.
Important? I heard Domsha. No, I didn't hear Domsha.
No, ja też się cieszę. Okej, w porządku. No to bawcie się dobrze.
Dobrze.
Dobrze. Okej, rozumiem. No na razie. Cześć. It's like my mother is calling and my father in the background. MaNA, MaNA.
Did they call to congratulate you?
Yeah. They were.
Oh,
like,
they did.
They said like, hey, we've been watching all the time. It was very nice. Good job. We were counting on you and so on. And so on.
Well, I'm gonna guess that they weren't watching now.
They will know in
You know,
3
the
minutes
delay.
time.
The delay is there, man.
So they might watch that back in a little bit.
Yeah, and also I think they also watch only the Polish stream. I think that's easier for them to understand.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so
a shame.
maybe they won't watch this then. All right, so back where we were.
Right.
So my first question to you is, you've been in Heart of the Swarm now for a year, and you haven't been quite the same player that you were within Wings of Liberty. What do you think that really comes down to over this last year?
That's a very tough question. You know, it's very tough to answer that and be right about it, because that will also sound like excuses and so on. I think overall, just the level of players in Europe and overall in the world, it has increased so high that it's just hard to keep up with that. I was maybe just faster than others to be good at the game, but since the players started to develop their own skills and there are more players like that, I think it's just became harder to be at the top again from the very beginning of StarCraft.
That's a good answer. Very good answer. And you know that I've believed in you for a long time, and I guess you are very happy that Nazgul did as well, to be able to pick you up for Team Liquid here. What are your plans for the rest of the year then? Are you got some high goals set for yourself within Team Liquid? Are you looking to attend a lot of events worldwide? Are you looking to do really well within WCS?
Well, the overall goal was to be back at the top, to be considered as the best foreigner again, or at least one of the best foreigners, because now I'm maybe not even considered one of the best Protosses in Europe, and that's kind of hurts my feelings a lot because of the past. But I'm really thankful for Nazgul, for picking me up to Liquid, and usually I would just say I'm going to win a tournament, but now because I haven't been doing so well recently, I will just want to, as I said, just be considered as one of the best foreigners. Maybe just do well in WCS first, and then we will see.
Step by step. All right, awesome. Thank you for your answers.
All right. Well, that pretty much wraps things up here, MaNA. Do you have any last words or shout-outs that you'd like to give?
I want to thank for the support. Even though I didn't have results recently, my fans has been very, very supportive, and I'm very thankful for that. And once again, thanks to Nazgul for picking me up to Liquid and all our sponsors, which is the main sponsor HyperX, Twitch, Barracuda, Need for Speed, Need for Speed start. Not well, Need for Speed is okay as well, I guess. Shiny Things and Razer. I'm very thankful for all the support.
I swear we've heard those shout-outs before today. Anyway,
that.
thanks very much, MaNA, and we'll see you in the round of 16.
See ya, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, see you later. Well, congratulations to him.
Yeah, congratulations to MaNA, congratulations to Team Liquid. And that pretty much wraps things up here for Group B. It was a fantastic group, and there's plenty more to come.
That's right. So far, in the round of 16, we have Wellmu and Nurtio, first place from Group A. And today, the two Liquid boys, we have Snoot and MaNA through in first and second place. And that means on Tuesday, next week, on the 20th of May at 6 o'clock local time, we have Jackji for his second season in the Premier League after a fantastic performance in Season 1. Bonnie returns. Yoda makes his debut alongside Harston.
Yeah, for week 2 and week 3, it's 3 shows a week. Don't forget it. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But not only that, guys, also after the round of 32, obviously we have the round of 16 on the way. So you should go over to wcseurope.eventbrite.com and grab yourself some tickets, because this season, we've said it and we'll say it again, it's going to be the best one yet.
That's right. All the favorite players are going through. The best players are going to go through. The round of 16 is going to be the best round of 16 that we've ever had. Don't miss it.
All right. Well, that wraps things up here, guys. It's a pleasure casting these games for you, and we'll see you next week on Tuesday.